Shalom, Israel. Shalom. All praise be to Yahweh, by his son, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, better known as Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Coming to y'all with the heavy, heartfelt lesson today. It's been a while since I posted. I had a lot going on with life. There's a lot going on in the world in general. But here in my hometown, Grand Rapids, Michigan, we had a very sad situation. And then there's another situation going on abroad that I'll address. But the situation we had here in my hometown, we had a incident that went down at a school, an elementary school, in the city. Luckily, after hours, not during school hours. An 18-year-old took the lives of a 14-year-old and a mother, not his mother, but his best friend's mother, that was trying to protect him. I'll dive a little deeper into the story based on the information we have and the information I was able to gather. The 18-year-old had a little brother who was denied entry into a soccer game. Like, there was playing soccer in the field, pickup soccer. And they're like, nah, you can't play with us. The little boy was offended, went and told his older brother, that one of them had a firearm on him. He didn't. 18-year-old grabs his firearm, runs up to the park, challenges the family to a fight. Says, one of you guys fight me. The oldest there steps up. The friend, the 14-year-old, he steps up. He goes, I'll fight you. Mind you, this is an 18-year-old challenging a 14-year-old to hand-to-hand combat. The 14-year-old steps up. The 18-year-old steps back, pulls out a firearm, and opens fire on the 14-year-old. Then opens fire on the mother trying to protect him. And then turned the gun on a 9-year-old. But Yahweh's will was that the firearm would jam and the 9-year-old would be spared. The 14-year-old died on the scene. The mother was taken to the hospital where she did not make it out of surgery. So that very sad situation goes down. Shortly afterward, someone goes live. Mind you, this is Israel on Israel crime. This is Northern Kingdom going at Southern Kingdom. African American boy and woman who passed away. Hispanic young man, 18-year-old, is the shooter. So after that happens, a man goes live. And he is yelling at one of the deceased little boy's best friend. He's yelling at him saying, I seen y'all trying to steal my son's bike just a minute ago. I should have went and got my firearm on y'all. Now look, your friend's dead. You better hope he makes it. This is your fault. That's what he tells him in so many words. This is your fault. The little boy he's talking to is watching his best friend bleed out on the concrete. And his mother is trying to be saved by paramedics. Turns out everything he accused them of, false. They did none of that. But you would think in a situation like that, where you're watching a child bleed out on the concrete, you would have more compassion in your heart than to still be upset about a bike you thought they tried to steal. Like, is the bike more important than their lives? You got to go get a firearm to stop a 14-year-old from stealing a bike. Again, the kids never did that. That never happened, right? But the lack of compassion shown in that moment was very disturbing and striking, and unsettling, that a grown man looked these kids in the eyes. This is your fault. You better hope he survives. Little boy is hysterical, crying, pleading with the man. I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I don't know what you're. We had nothing to do with that. That's what the child is saying back to him. But he's not hearing it. The police are trying. The police are pressing on his chest. He's walking up to the cops like, yeah, he was trying to do this and that just a couple minutes ago, and I walk out here and hear the shots. Again, the boys did not do what he accused them of. They had nothing to do with that. They were up there playing soccer. But he's there in video, yelling at him, degrading him. And you know, in a situation like that, to hell with the bike, man. Like, what? What are you talking about, bro? Why is a bike that important? That important? And then you threaten that you say you should have got your firearm. The lack of compassion we have as a people is insane. And it just demonstrates how far from God we've really gotten, to where we can't show compassion or forgiveness even unto a child. Even unto a child. And you know, on the flip side, when will parents finally step up and tell their kids to put the guns down? Oh, he was 18 years old. He was grown. He was living at his mother's house. Why does your 18-year-old have a pistol with an extended magazine on it in your house? Or you didn't know about it? You just not watching your children? My children couldn't bring nothing in my house without me noticing or finding out what it was. Like, parents know when their kids are up to no good sometimes. An 18-year-old storming out the house with a extended mag, 40 caliber handgun, extended mag. Walked out his mother's front door with it to go murder somebody, to go murder a kid. When do we as a community draw the line and start to purge the cancer within? When do we do that? When do we do that? You know, I ain't gonna preach it. I ain't gonna do 1,000 verses on y'all. I'm gonna do just a few quick ones. But you know, in times like this, people don't really want to hear scriptures. Unfortunately, people don't want to hear Bible. But we need to change that. You know, like that in itself, we need to change that. Like from my point of view, it's written by us for us. It has answers to solve the issues we have going on in our communities. The Bible talks about the situations we have going on in our communities. And I'm gonna read from the book of Proverbs on that. But the lack of love we have for each other, lack of compassion we have for each other, the lack of structure we have in the household today, like all of it is just sad to watch. How are we as a people going to progress at all if we don't fix these core issues? It starts with the family, bro. It starts with the family. If the 18-year-old boy had a family that actually had structure and a hegemony that cared, this would have never happened. Never happened. We could do all the reform talk and stuff we want, but at the end of the day, it starts with the family, bro. We can make all the reach out programs and all of this and that, addressing the youth. Yes, the youth need guidance, of course, but some of these parents need guidance too, man. They don't know what they're doing. They have no clue in hell what they're doing. They're lost and confused, man. Generation after generation after generation, the kids were being failed, and now they're parents today, and they're failing their kids. That's what we're witnessing. That's what we're watching. Parents who have no idea how a house is supposed to be ran. And they're running their own households. And most likely with no father present. No father present. I don't know, the 18-year-old boy, I have no idea what his situation was. But usually, there's no father present. I'm going to get into this Bible verse. This is the book of Proverbs. This is what I want to read today. To show, I just want to show that the Bible absolutely speaks on what we are going through, and it absolutely gives us answers. A book, I know it's an old book. It's an old book. There's no way. It's in here. It's in here. All of it. Why? Because it was written by us, for us. We are the authors of the book. Our spirits are the same. We're just living in newer times. We're just living in newer times, bro. But I'm going to read this. I'm going to start at verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction. To perceive the words of understanding. To receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity. We have none of this. None of this in our neighborhoods today. Like this, in a black and brown neighborhood, you don't see this, bro. You don't see wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity. Our elders had wisdom, but we stopped listening to them. Some of our elders were wise. The ones that sat on the porch and observed the neighborhood every day, they were wise. They seen a lot. But we stopped listening to him, man. We stopped listening to him. To give subtlety to the simple, Salakia. To the young man, knowledge and discretion. This is what the young men need. Knowledge and discretion. He should have had the knowledge to not go do what he did. He should have been able to use discretion when listening to the words of his little brother. Man, ain't no way no kids up there your age got no gun on them, man. You tripping. I'll come up here and see what they talking about. You know, because he probably heard that his little brother was being bullied. But he should have had discretion. And when he's seeing kids up there, man, these kids, these literal kids got a gun. What are you talking about? And then he should have used the discretion to, like, why would you challenge one to a fight just to open fire? But it should have started with his parents. His parents should have had knowledge and discretion when they were young, so they can instill that into their children. That's what my parents gave me, knowledge and discretion. My pops lived all the street life stuff, you know, and he instilled that stuff into us, as me and my siblings, as children. Right? That's what, if you come from a hard place, you should be able to tell your kids the stories of the hard place so they can learn not to follow in the same footsteps you did, because you made mistakes as a parent, as a kid growing up. You made the wrong decision time and time again. But these parents these days glorify the wrong decisions. Man, I went to jail for 7 years because I was out here selling this and that. You know, I was out here with the hammer on me doing blah blah blah. You know, you're telling your kids this and you're making it look cool. They want to be like their parents. They're following in your footsteps, idiot. And then they're committing worse atrocities than what you did. Because you're not instilling it into the head yet. That's not the right thing to do. I did that and I ended up having to serve time in a 4x4 concrete cell next to men who, when we had to defecate, there's no door to close, son. We defecate in the same room. I'm sitting in my bed. He's in the same room as me. There's no curtain there. He do his thing. I gotta sit, smell it, look at him, all that. Like, prison can be traumatizing even for the hardest criminals. And you should be telling your kids that, but you're not at all. You know, as a youngin, 7 years, that sound like nothing. Oh, I'll walk 7 years down, I ain't snitching on nobody. Nigga, 7 years is a lot of time. That's a lot of time. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. So if you're smart, you're going to hear stuff. You're going to take counsel, asking people for help, and you're going to apply that to your daily life. To understand a proverb, interpretation, the words of the wise, and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. And that's what this is about. Knowledge, right? Having the knowledge to operate as a community and as a people. Let's go to the book of Hosea real quick. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. And this is why we are in the conditions we are in today. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. One of my favorite sayings that I love saying. We are the offspring of the forgotten children. And they're forgotten because they're not following the law. Why aren't they following the law? Lack of knowledge. What did we just learn knowledge was? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. If you fear the Lord, you're going to do what? Keep his commandments. His commandments are the law. So we're the children of the forgotten parents. I'm sorry, for the forgotten children. We're the children of the forgotten children. How deep in do you think we are? We're in deep. Ain't nobody keeping no law, no structure, no nothing. Man, we can't keep all 613 laws. Oh, the Bible is too hard, bro. America has hundreds of thousands of laws. You do your utmost best to keep every last one of those. It's 614 laws, and not even all of them apply to you. Some apply only to men. Some apply only to farmers. Some apply to barbers. It's not that hard, bro. But we make excuses every day because we've been listening to Christianity. We've been listening to those idiots over there. Nothing. Just think about it. We've been doing the Christian thing since slavery, and nothing's changed. Absolutely nothing's changed, because Christians tell you you're okay in your sin. You're all right in your sin. God gonna forgive you anyway. So if you pick a pistol up, go smoke somebody on the street, God gonna forgive you anyway. That's what Christians teach. That's what their doctrines do. That's what they produce. People who just live lawless anyway. But if you followed the law, you would know I need to love every black and brown person on this planet like I love myself. I should look at them with love and understanding and compassion and have forgiveness. But as a Christian, I can do this and just go pray for forgiveness. That's what they teach. That's what their doctrines will produce. That's the issue. That's why we need to come back to the law. It's not that hard. It's not. If you would just hear us out on what we saying, it's not that hard at all. It's easy. And that's the only thing that's gonna get us out of this. Because you think you in God's favor because you pray and you give money to the church. oh Lord, how you are wrong, and with that understanding, because you believe on Jesus, you saved in his blood. You think it's that easy? You think if it was that easy, 2/3 wouldn't have to perish in the last days. It'd be so many more people getting saved if it was that easy. Let's keep reading. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. That's basically what we are today. We despise wisdom and instruction. Hey, you ain't supposed to be doing that. Man, F you. Do what I want to. Dead homies. That's us. That's us, bro. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, Forsake not the law of thy mother. Listen to your parents, for they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Don't be listening to Lil Ray Ray and them talking about, yo, we finna go hit this lick, do XYZ. Don't listen to them. They're idiots. They're going to be nothing in life unless they repent. If they say, come with us, let us lie wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. That's you going to hit licks, bro. That's you waiting to rob somebody. And then one of y'all get too excited, the gun go off. Pow! Oh! Now everybody doing life. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. It's literally talking about hidden licks right now. That's what it's talking about. Hidden licks right now. For all the street, if you a hood dude, read Proverbs 1. It's gonna tell you about your whole lifestyle. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path. Don't even go down that path, bro. It's not worth it. Don't do it. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Everybody walking around with a switch on them. Y'all in the op hood. You see somebody that just look like a gang. You don't even know who he is. He just look like a gang member. You have 5 squeeze. You know what I mean? And that's what the 18-year-old brother did. His feet ran to evil and was haste to shed blood. That's what he did. Surely in vain, the net is spread in the sight of any bird. It's a trap. All of it. It's a trap. You falling for it. It's a trap. Wake up, little nigga. It's a trap. But this verse 18, look. And they lie wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. What that mean? You looking for a nigga that look just like you. You looking for a nigga that look just like you. When you out there gang banging and doing all the hot shit, you looking for niggas that look just like you. Looking for your own blood and your own lives. Say you in LA, you looking for nigga wearing colors. Why? Because you wearing colors. Who got on opposite colors? Looking like me, walking around with that walk. That's what that's talking about. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Verse 20. Wisdom crieth out. She uttereth her voice in the streets. We go out there every weekend, and I try to give out biblical wisdom and knowledge to our people in our neighborhoods. And that's wisdom crying out in the streets, bro. When I'm out there, hey, you got 5 minutes to come talk to me? Take the 5 minutes. It might change your life. I might be able to answer your urgent Bible question you got in your head, a question you've been having for 20 years. I might be able to answer it for you, give you some clarity on it. Whatever it'll take to get you out the streets. And that's all I want to do. Get you out the streets and loving black people. That's my mission. I don't care if you join my group. You think that's important to me? No. I want you loving black people, man, keeping the commandments of the Lord. That's what I want you doing. As simple as that. That's my mission, to go out there. I'm bringing wisdom out of the book, crying to you in the streets, bro. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city, she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. How long you gonna be like? How long y'all gonna be living? We've been doing it for hundreds of years. How much longer, bro? How much longer? That's the question. How much longer? Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. We don't even care about the Lord or what he got to say. But ye have set at naught all my counsel. Meaning you ain't listening to none God told you. It would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. Y'all ain't even know God talk like this, huh? He gonna laugh at your calamity because you not listening. And then when everything go belly up, now you want to get on your knees and pray. You facing life without parole. Now you want to get on your knees and pray. I will mock when your fear comes. This is God talking. I will mock when your fear cometh. And when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Look at verse 28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. You wondering why your prayers ain't been answered. Because you ain't following wisdom. You ain't listening to nothing God telling you to do. Nothing. Now you questioning, oh, is God even real? Yeah, dummy, you just not listening to you. Nigga, like, why would God be listening to you? You don't listen to him. And look at why he not listening to you. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. It should be no surprise to you that you in the streets doing evil unto others and evil comes unto you. It should be no surprise. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. So you're wondering why the bad things are happening in our neighborhoods, and why gang violence runs rampant. You probably in the streets yourself watching this, and you wondering why the street life is the way it is. This is telling you exactly why, the cause and how to fix it, and how God feels about it. You feel like God ain't answering your prayers? Yeah, he sure ain't. And he telling you when I'm not listening to nothing you saying, bro. You out here doing your own thing. You not finna be smoking drugs, selling poison to the people, shooting at people, then turn around, get on your knees and think I'm gonna listen to you. What you expect though? What you expect? Oh, you expected what the pastor told you to be what it actually was. You expected a God that was just, oh, I love everybody. Then, so chipper, yippity do. You pray to me, I'm gonna answer you. No, idiot. No, I told you what to do. You don't want to listen to it? All right, cool. You on your own, man. Do your thing. Now you want to come to me and pray? I'm gonna laugh at you. That's what he said. He's gonna laugh at you. That should be a scary thing. When God laughs at you in your calamity, that should be terrifying to you. Now you know when you're in that courtroom, you're fucked. You hit, bro. I address the nation on how we conduct ourselves. I told you a story about how easy it was for us to take the lives of one another. And that's a cancer we got to root out within ourselves. And I gave what I felt was the best answer to that, right? If we all lived on the same moral code, we would all fully understand how to operate around each other. There's no confusion in that. But I have to address outside evils now, right? man in the photo goes by Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder. This guy is a streamer, and he walks around, and his content is solely calling black people the N-word, essentially, and then tell you you're chimping out when you get mad at it. I think Chud the Builder has to be a pawn that God is using to show the world how foolish black people really are. He has to be. There's no other way to explain it. He has to be. We can gangbang and be ready to smoke 5 people because somebody said F the street that you from or F the neighborhood you from. And you'll be ready to slide and murk 5 people. But this guy here can say F you N-word and F your lineage and everything about you and your people. Now you want to use emotional maturity. You let him say F you, your granny, all your predecessors, all of them. F y'all. N-word, you're chimping out. And you want to use emotional maturity. Black dude will go, man, F whatever street you from. You up the pipe now. It's a problem now. You ready to slide now. You ready to slide. It's sad, really, because y'all show exactly the reason we need to start separating ourselves from our oppressors and start focusing on each other, because you allow this man to disrespect everybody you know and love. He walks around scot-free. Scot-free. Ain't no black man put a hand on him yet. I see black people coming up to him, talking to him. He'll say some off the wall shit to their face, and they go, I ain't mad at that. My brother in Christ. We giving him a pass, but the niggas that come from where you come from don't get one. Strange. Very strange to me. Very strange to me, man. I really don't understand. That's super peculiar. I really don't understand that at all. How this guy gets to walk around free, disrespecting everybody, the whole race, the whole lineage, the whole bloodline, freely, with a gun on him, and he gets a pass. The rapper FBG Duck, because some people be like, man, he downtown doing that, man. Police. The rapper FBG Duck was shot and killed downtown Chicago in front of everybody. He disrespected less people than he has. Mind you, he disrespected the whole race. The whole race. Imagine how many gang incidents go down like downtown and well-lit areas and well-populated areas because somebody said F a street. And they dead and gone. This guy walking around free. He's based. Yeah, hold on. And he's based out of Tennessee. I mean, if he can come stream in my city, we'll see how far he get. I would love Chud the Builder. I would love for you to come stream in Grand Rapids, Michigan. You can pick the neighborhood, whatever street you want to walk down. It don't even matter. I bet I stand on business. That's for shit show. That's for sure. You know what I mean? You're not gonna just be talking about N-word. I wish I could say it on here, but you know how YouTube is. He's walking around scot-free. The murderer of Trayvon Martin walking around scot free. So many the lady that got Emmett Till unalived lived a full long life. Like so many people who have wronged us in the worst way possible, as a whole, as a group, as a collective, walk around here scot-free, living long, healthy lives. But your neighbor can't grow up to be 18 years old because you put a K in front of a street that's 4 blocks away. If you looking for a camp to join, you in the Grand Rapids, Muskegon area, reach out. Fishers and Men, leave a comment. We're on Facebook. Just look up Fishers and Men. Very sad times we're living in. Very unfortunate times we're living in. And it'll drive a madman. I'm sorry, not a madman. It'll drive a sane man crazy to watch his people be oppressed, and then still within eradicating each other, when obviously the bigger agenda is to get rid of all of us. Sad thing to watch, bro, honestly. But it's all prophetic. It was all prophesied. If you're not upset from what you're seeing currently, there's something wrong with you, to be honest, bro. Something wrong with you, man. I don't know what more we got to do. But the scripture says 2 out of every 3 won't make it. Look to your left, look to your right. They probably won't make it, or you might be one that won't make it. But that's just the reality of it. It won't be till the sky crack open and Christ come down, then people will be like, "Oh my God, the Israelites was right." It's too late. It's too late, bro. Take heed now. Listen now. Listen now. We ain't got much time left here. You know what I mean? Things are moving quick, bro. That's all I got. Shalom to the nation. I couldn't make it on Sabbath. Monday class. I'll label it that, man. Shalom.